Hello, this is Joe Pryor, the virtual real estate team in Oklahoma, where we specialize in investment real estate for positive cash flow, among other good things. I want to talk about timing a little bit today. Timing is extremely important in terms of when you buy an investment property. So here we are in January. Now, it's kind of cold in Oklahoma at this point because we have all 4 seasons. And it's not necessarily the best time to buy or close on a property, although we still get them rented. There's better times, and that time starts in March, and it gets stronger in April, and in May, and in June, and through the middle of July. These are really powerful times for low vacancy and maximum rents. So what that means is basing your timing on buying now. If there's a reason for you to buy now, it's probably going to take about 60 days for you to close the property. That's going to be fairly typical, maybe 45. But here we are talking about March and April in terms of buying in the next 30 days. That may not work for you, but if it does, this is the time that you need to think about buying investment real estate. In Oklahoma, it may be different than another state because the thing about Oklahoma, we're more weather driven, we're more school driven. So in other words, if we know that we can get into May, now people are already looking in March and April to get a contract on a rental home. We know that that's very, very powerful. We also know the weather is warm, everything greens up, the annuals are planted, and so everything looks beautiful. The different mood sets in, and so that's a good time for you to be there. Now, does it mean that you shouldn't buy any other time? And the answer is no. And the way that we handle it is, let's say you're buying something in July. Well, is the timing at its best? Not really. But let's say you now are closing in September or October. All right, here's the thing that's different about us in terms of the way that we work with our property managers. We don't do a 1 year's lease. Now, if they do a 2-year lease, which we really try for, we give them an annual. In other words, if it's October, then 2 years, October down the road. Because the first rental is always the hardest because you don't own the property. Second rental is a whole lot easier because you got 45 days or more to market that property and find that tenant to have minimum vacancy. And the other thing that we can do in October, November, December is if they don't do a 2-year lease, we're going to do a 16-month lease. In other words, we're not going to do a 12. We're going to do a 16. We're not going to do a 6. That sounds cool, but there's more expenses to you that you shouldn't want to pay because you got to pay every time to vet out a new tenant. So let's go 16 months. So let's get you into April or May or whatever. So we're going to do some odd leases in that particular respect. But if you're ready to buy right now, you're at the perfect time. January and February are the best months to me to buy investment real estate. If not, if it works for you at that other times, we have systems that allow you to be in good shape and not necessarily have something where you say, I don't want to buy now. But right now, through February, I think are the absolute best months to buy real estate investments.